Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm back. I want to talk a little bit today about. You see it. That's right, you see it. I want to talk a little bit today about two things that I've really been uh, paying a lot of attention to, doing some research on. Um, Again, don't take any of my advice. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. Just passing on a little bit of information that I've read. Uh, and a lot of stuff that I've Googled. I have looked up YouTube videos on it, and also uh, certain companies that intrigue me to pay attention to. I do research on those companies also. I haven't yet tried these products, but I am doing some research on them. I heard a ton of information, read a ton of information, and the two products are collagen from bone marrow and or animal products, and also tallow, uh, beef tallow and bison tallow and duck tallow to be exact. Um, the reason being is obviously to try to get over the symptoms that I have from multiple sclerosis. One of the biggest things to me is fat soluble vitamins. As talked about in previous videos, and the best place that I've been reading to get these vitamins is from the fat itself. Um, do I think it's tasty? Probably not. um, I mean, we've all tasted fat before. It's probably not the most delicious thing, but if that's what it's going to take for me to get over these symptoms, I will definitely try it. Um, Collagen, which is good for your hair, your nails, eyes, skin, basically your overall healthy feelings. Makes you feel good, gives you a little bit of energy. Supposedly, I haven't tried any of this yet. I am researching it still. Just wanted to mention it because when I get this kind of information and I hear it, I do research it, and I would love to pass it on to others. Hopefully, they can do their own research on it, find out for themselves. I have heard of allergies to collagen, so again, you might want to do your own research. I'm not going to tell you to go use this stuff. Um, I specifically, for myself, want to use it. Um, that's the reason why I research it, is just to try to help myself get over these symptoms. Uh, my biggest problem now is really my balance. Uh, some fatigue. My fatigue has seemed to go down just a little bit. It's not quite as much. Um, Sometimes while I'm fasted, I feel like I have more energy, better use and feeling of my fingers and feet. Once I've eaten, I had just eaten. I ate some venison, ground venison, some turkey sausage, and eggs that my wife prepared for me. As usual, she makes for me every day. She makes me something to eat. She is making me some liver and beef steak today. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. It's gonna be so delicious. The thing is, the foods that I'm eating are from a store. So again, she does cook it. She does not allow me to eat any of that stuff raw. She does make sure that it's cooked, make sure that it's prepared correctly. She is not just going to allow me to eat, you know, things from the store. We don't know how old it is. We don't know uh, how long the preservatives have been on the meat. Just things like that. We don't exactly know. I mean, even though it's USDA choice, we still don't know exactly how the animal was raised, treated, um, or anything like that. So again, she doesn't allow me to eat any of that stuff raw. Um, if I can get grass fed, that's the way to go. Honestly, for myself, that I think. Um, then I would eat it raw. That's the stuff that they say you get the most nutrition from eating raw grass fed. If you have an illness, the fat soluble vitamins, that's the stuff that you want to be eating. Pasture raised, organic eggs, mostly for the vitamin A and B12. B12 is so very important for me due to uh, nerve problems. When you have multiple sclerosis, many people have many different symptoms. A few of my symptoms are loss of feeling in my fingertips and toes. Like I said, most of the time I do have it, just every once in a while. Um, but repairing those nerves through vitamin B12 is very important to me. One of the things that I've been researching is neuropathy. I did mention this earlier in our earlier video or previous video, and that's when your furthest extremities, toes, fingers, start to lose feeling, and that's definitely a sign of neuropathy. Your nerve endings being damaged, uh, the furthest from your torso, which is the furthest extremity from your body, which is your fingertips and your toes. Um, I do have some circulation issues also that uh, I've been using cayenne pepper for that. I have cut way back on the Himalayan salt. I was using that a lot, but I've been doing some research on that. I don't even ask my wife for it anymore due to pink Himalayan salt. If you use too much of it, can cause headaches. So I do still use it. I just have cut way back on it. Still drinking water. I do drink a cup of coffee, sometimes 2 cups of coffee. But I keep my carbs super low, only from the cream in the coffee. I only eat meat, eggs. Again, as I said, try to eat as many organ meats as possible. Um, but my newest thing that I'm going to try is beef tallow, bison tallow, duck tallow, any tallow that I can get my hands on. I do have a family friend who is going to give me some. Um, I am going to eat it raw. That is the best way to get the B12 from that fat, from that tallow, which is a rendered down suet, which is the back fat from around the kidneys. It is the healthiest part uh, of the kidneys, if you ask me. From the research I've done, yes, the kidneys are very good for you. They do have a ton of vitamins and minerals in them, but the fat is where everything is that you really need. The kidneys are taking it from the fat. The fat is feeding the kidneys. It also feeds the other organs. That's why a very, very lean animal has um, usually lower vitamins and minerals in their organs. Um, from what I've read, although the lean meat from those animals is very nutritious for you. Uh, but again, I do want to try the collagen and the tallow. Um, I do love organ meats. The heart tastes like steak to me. Really does. It is a muscle meat. It's just the same thing as eating a flank or eating ribs. It's a muscle meat. It's basically one large muscle, especially when it comes from a cow or a bison or elk or any wild game. It's at its purest form. Um, Wild game, grass fed meat is really what I want to be concentrating the most on. Actually thinking about maybe when spring comes and avocados are a little more affordable. Let's just say they're out of season and they're, wouldn't know, I'm on the East Coast, so they're less affordable here at this time of year. But thinking about sweet potatoes, maybe just for the carbs and the fats. Yes, they are medium chain fat, but they are going to help me a good deal from what I've been really reading and paying attention to about long chain and medium chain fats, uh, from animal fats, avocado, um, coconut oil, and sweet potato. Um, I also am thinking about adding those to my diet just for a short period of time, just to see if I can gain anything from it. Um, Again, we don't, I'm just doing an experiment on myself. I don't know what's going to help me. Obviously, I'm just reading and learning as much as I can. I am experimenting on myself. That's why I tell uh, your viewers not to do what I'm doing without consulting your doctor. That is the way I started out, and I made myself much worse going on a vegan diet, thinking that I'm going to help myself, and I did not do that at all. I actually created more problems, made myself very, very thin. Um, that scared me a little bit. It went all the way down to 148 pounds. It scared my wife. Um, and now I'm fighting to get my weight back, and I'm only back up to 158. Um, so that's another thing with the beef tallow is, and the bone marrow. Bone marrow is very, very rich. It's very rich, and it's very high in calories, and vitamins and minerals. Do your research on bone marrow, because bone marrow is so super beneficial even in bone broth. You get the collagen from the bone broth if you make your own, especially from grass fed. The purer the meat, the better the collagen, the better the bone marrow, the better the vitamins and minerals are going to be. So for that matter, I'm trying to do the best that I can with what I can afford, the way that I can afford to eat. I certainly wish that I could just, get everything I need all at one time, but that's not possible. I am doing, again, like I said, the best that I can. My wife, my daughter, and my son-in-law work so hard to help me out. They do so much. And I do want to say how appreciative I am to my family, my daughter and son-in-law, who contacted me and told me that they are proud of me for, trying to help you viewers out. Maybe I can, maybe I'm not helping at all. I am trying to help. If I can help one person, I'd be very happy, very happy. Especially helping myself along the way. Um, but I mean, the sacrifices that my family makes me, it overwhelms me a little bit sometimes. Sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. But the things that they've done for me just blows my mind. Sent me to another state to have a surgery to try to help with my multiple sclerosis symptoms, and it did help for 1 week. This was supposed to be the cure-all, and it was so phony. And it only helped me for 1 week, and then come to find out you're supposed to get another surgery, and this, that stuff's not cheap. But again, to all my family who helped me and supporting me, one of my friends who I love dearly, CC, you know who you are, baby, I love you. He actually went to surprise me there when we got there, and people who show support like that, um, it overwhelms me sometimes, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank every single one of them. I am so very appreciative. Um, Again, I hope I can help somebody out along the way. If anybody has questions and I can help, if I can answer, I will actually do research on it and try to get back to you. Just leave it in the comment section. Like and subscribe, guys. Thank you guys for your time. Stay healthy. Do your best. Be the best. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.